Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And as you know, we're a little over halfway through 2023, so we've started our deep dive into the top 15 moments so far of 2023. This will be our part 2 video where we're actually going to dive into the top 10 moments. And just a reminder, guys, we need your help. Vote for your favorite video in the comments below. If it's number 10, put a 10 in the comments so we know at the end of the year when we're making our top 10 video overall for 2023, which videos should be included in that list based on your votes. But go ahead and hit the like button now, and let's dive into number 10 on our list, and that's going to be, as you know, coming out of Haulover Inlet. And you can tell really quick, our crew is having a pretty bouncy ride up front, and they're gonna stuff it early. One of the bigger stuffings at Haulover this year, and this is why they make number 10 on the list. Now, this crew probably could have done a little better, could have laid into the throttle a little more and let this boat kind of get up on plane and try and chop through these waves, but Cap decided to take it easy, and this is what the result's going to be in the end. But we have to remember, this is just the beginning for this crew, as things will calm down right here at the mouth a little bit sometimes once we get past that standing wave, but as we roll out into the breakers a little more, this crew is going to take another pounding. Let's see how they fare in that. Again, Captain's just working this too slow, really needs to get into those throttles a little bit, takes a huge stuffing here at the end. And of course, this was a loss in Boats vs. Haulover, but still not the biggest loss of the day when you think about it. This is only number 10 on our list. They will get a little worse from here. And this is going to bring us to number 9 of our top moments of 2023 so far on our list. And we're going to stick down at Haulover with a similar style of boat, but instead of, as you know, this time we're going to actually have a Beneteau working its way out of the inlet. And of course, they stuff it right in the first wave as Captain's trying to make his way out of the mouth of the inlet. Here we see he actually makes a good call, does pick up the pace just a little bit, but hits the next wave and brings the throttles back down, which is going to get this boat to where we're going to get a lot of that porpoising. And right here, Haulover just goes to work, absolutely making this a crazy ride for this crew as they try and get out of the inlet. And of course, right as soon as you think you're good to go, Haulover throws one more massive stuffing in for good measure. And that's going to bring us to number 8 on our list, which is going to bring us back north over to Boca Inlet, and we're going to feature an Edgewater working its way out of Boca. And this is one of those interesting scenes, as typically when we think about a vessel having a rough time at the inlet, we picture like our last images where a boat's out there floundering and stuffing the bow. But just because you don't stuff the bow doesn't mean you don't have a rough ride trying to make it out of one of these inlets, kind of like our crew's about to find out here. And this crew winds up getting pummeled by a massive wave on the port side. They really do get lucky. This is a way you can roll a boat, by catching a wave on the beam of the boat. We've seen it happen at several other inlets, and this crew gets lucky they're able to pull out on this one. And this is going to bring us to number 7 on the list, which is going to bring us back south down to Haulover Inlet, and probably one of the luckier crews of this year in 2023. And here we can see Captain working his way toward the mouth of the inlet, throttle pinned, and they wind up losing one of the girls out of the bow of the boat, which distracts the captain. He winds up taking his eyes off of where he's going, trying to figure out if she's okay on the floor. Right here, he's looking back, and the next thing they know, he almost hits the jetty at the mouth of Haulover. Here we can see last second they make evasive maneuvers to try and get back inside the mouth, but this was a super close call. It's easy as a captain to get distracted, especially when there's other people in the boat and things going on. That's why we always got to do our best to pay attention and try and keep everybody safe. And this is going to bring us to number 6 on our list, and one of those incidents that could have been a whole lot more catastrophic than it was, but quick thinking of the crew actually wound up saving them. Right here, this is a vessel that wound up having mechanical failure at Haulover Inlet and wound up right next to the jetty. Now, one of the reasons this is ranked number 6 on our list and not a whole lot higher is the quick work and thinking of everybody involved in this situation really kind of saved this boat. One, the crew on the boat saw they were in trouble and tossed an anchor. Now, this probably saved the vessel from getting absolutely destroyed into the rocks on the jetty. 2, there was a paddleboarder sitting right here next to the boat, saw they were in trouble, was able to paddle over, use his paddle to do what he can to keep the stern off the rocks as well. And fortunately for them, Police and other authorities were in the area and were extremely quick to respond to this incident. Really, this crew gets lucky that the stars kind of aligned for them. We'll see it further into our videos as we've got one in the top 5 that doesn't get as lucky as this crew. Really, all this crew winds up losing here is an anchor. The anchor winds up stuck. They wind up having to cut the line in the end, but other than that, police are able to tow them successfully off with very minimal damage to the vessel whatsoever. This crew, super lucky on this one, placing them at number 6 on the list. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. Top 5 coming up in the next episode. You should see that one in just a few days. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, guys, please check out our other channels. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Miami Boat Ramps that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.